About 4 years ago, we started to see a real big problem in the industry with the kids coming in. They weren't able to pass a weld test. Basic skills were lacking. And I decided at this point, I needed to find a way to help.
I'm back here in upstate New York, welding with Scott Prince at BOCES.
We're gonna come in and we're gonna do the 70.
One of the great things about Scott is he has years of experience as a welder. He's like me, he came from the other side.
You didn't bother to check your prep.
He initially kind of scared me a little.
I'm from industry.
Now we got lack of fusion. No bueno.
I didn't go to school to become a teacher.
You keep it tight.
I learned everything from industry.
Getting so much closer.
Are we perfect? No, but everybody's had something to teach. And now what I've taken and learned out of them, I'm applying to these kids. I want them to have other industry people come in here. And Nate comes in and brings a whole new element to this.
We're gonna jump over to STT here.
You basically can just set this thing in here and it's gonna do pretty much all the work for you.
He looks at things in a different way than I do. Now these kids, they may not understand everything that me and him are talking about, but when we can turn around and kind of put it into context for them, oh yeah, this makes sense.
The smarter you are, the more different processes that you can run. That's the things that employers are willing to pay for and willing to look for. Yeah, what's your question?
So a few of my students are over there, changing out a bottle for you since you are the only one that's currently certified here for hyperfill. They would love to know if you'd love to cover this.
He didn't have to do any of this for me. He did it because he cares like I do. And that with me goes a long way.
I think having an instructor like Scott out in the industry, it really closes that gap between what we need out in the field and what we need to be teaching our students.
When it comes to these kids, I don't leave a rock unturned. Nobody did that for me. So if I've got to do what I have to do, they're going to get the best of what I have.
Each student is an individual person. They're going to learn differently.
I walked in here day one, I was like a kid on Christmas. I went home and I could smell the hint of the shop on me, and I actually smelled. It was a smell of pride. I enjoyed that. I embraced it.
Noah was that kid who came in with the ambition of, I wanted to be a pipeliner. Until you have the basics, don't tell me what your ambitions are, because you have to make that a reality. I can help you get there, but it's on you.
Sometimes I have to correct myself because the Scott Prince in my head is saying, don't be cocky, be humble.
Actually, welding kind of like saved my butt for school. Initially, it was really hard because I get really competitive and I get myself going. And then when I fail, I just drop. Yeah, I'll get in my head and I'll just make myself sick.
I tell her, you got to forget everything around you. You do what you know how to do, and I go, you will succeed.
Hold that other side, Nico.
And she kept trying. She didn't give up.
Even pace. Don't get like...
Even when things got harder, I pushed her harder.
Everything looks uniform.
He's harder on the people that he knows will go farther.
So that's telling me you got to hold this side a little bit longer.
Those simple conversations go a long way. I mean, a lot of people don't believe that, but they did.
That's that game. If you would do that, you're going to be so freaking proud of yourself, it's going to be ridiculous. And hello, this is why we're coming.
Failure is a part of the process. Changing the lens on how this industry is viewed is a huge part of what I want to do with Weld Science, and a huge part of why I come out here and choose to do these events at these schools. We're making progress.